Okay, this is the first video of our book cover design project. Before this video, you should have done the following things. You should have, of course, selected a book. You should also have started filling out that form, or finished that form actually, including writing the title of the book, the author of the book, and more importantly, measuring the height and width and thickness of the book. And really, really important, tracing out the book on the back of the form and doing some preliminary sketches, coming up with an idea of what you want your book cover design to look like. Now, along with that, you should include a list of images that you needed to seek for your book cover design. So you can look on the internet for these images, or you could take photos of for the images. So you should have all that done. So now the next thing is you're going to be making the start of the cover. Okay, you're going to make the height and the width of the cover, as well as putting something in the background. Okay, you can see right now I have a picture of a mountain. Okay, my book that I'm going to be representing takes place in Switzerland in the 1940s, boarding school. But it's on the mountain, and the reason why I picked the mountains is because one of the characters is a skier, and it takes place in cold winter months. So, but for the background, I'm using this area right here. I might need to modify this because it certainly doesn't look like winter. So to do this, the very first thing you're going to do is to make a new blank file. So you go to File, New, Blank File. Command N is the shortcut. And here you're going to plug in the height and width of your book cover. So you're going to look at your form. My width was 4.25, 4.25. My height was a little under 7. It was 6 7/8. So I had to change that to decimals, so it's 6.875. And the resolution's 300. Background content, so you can just leave white. Okay, so there's the book. The next thing you do is you're going to open up all of your images, and you're going to take a look at which ones would be best fitting. So when you do open up an image, you can see that, you know, you're not using landscape orientation. You're going to be finding something that's a bit rectangular. So now there's two ways you can do this. You can actually bring your book cover design to the to the image itself and use this sort of as a stencil. But I'm going to do this another way. I'm not even going to be using that image. I'll be using this image, and what you do is you can drag this image down on top of your book cover, and then you can go ahead and change the size of it and determine where exactly this is going to be. Some students want to use a couple of images, so you can certainly just use this one little section that you need for the beginning over here, and let's say if you wanted this to be something else, you can just modify it the way that you want. Like if you wanted it just to be the bottom and your heading, the title is going to be on top, and you can make those adjustments there. So this gives you a lot of flexibility, so you can really see exactly where your background is going to be, or what part of the picture you're going to use. Okay? So the next step is going to be adding images with the layers, you know, adding more and more images on top of this background.